Most buyers begin with the house, but the best place to begin is with the life you desire to create. Your daily rhythm, your family and pets, your work, activities, connections, and the experiences that bring you joy. Through a thoughtful discovery process, we can uncover what may matter most and then explore which location and property may serve you best. In this video, we are looking specifically at Ring 1, the core. Ring 1 is the core. Generally, this is within approximately 0 to 8 minutes of Pack Square. This is the part of the market where proximity itself becomes one of the primary features. Buyers are often purchasing access to downtown, restaurants, entertainment, arts and culture, medical facilities, established neighborhoods, shorter drives, and, in certain locations, greater walkability. The core includes some of the most recognizable and frequently requested parts of the Asheville market. Downtown Asheville, Montford, sections of West Asheville, and other nearby neighborhoods where the location places residents close to the center of activity. The appeal is easy to understand. You may be able to leave home and reach many of the places you use most within minutes. For some buyers, that convenience is the priority. They are willing to accept a smaller yard, a busier road, tighter neighboring homes, less privacy, or a higher price in exchange for immediate access. And that is the first major lesson of the three rings. Buyers are not simply paying for a home, they are paying for the life surrounding it. In the core, that surrounding life can carry a substantial premium. What demand looks like in the core? The core often attracts several categories of buyers at the same time. Relocating professionals, second home buyers, retirees seeking convenience, buyers who want older architecture, people drawn to Asheville's restaurants, arts, and culture, and buyers who simply do not want to spend much of their day driving. When one location appeals to several buyer groups, demand can remain strong even when the broader market becomes more selective. That does not mean every core property will sell quickly. Condition matters. Pricing matters. Road noise matters. Parking matters. Renovation quality matters. And the difference between one street and the next may be substantial. But when a desirable core property is properly priced and well presented, buyers may have less room to hesitate. That changes the negotiation. Buyer negotiating power in the core. For buyers, negotiating in the core often requires precision. A buyer may be competing not only with other local buyers, but with people relocating from markets where Asheville pricing feels comparatively accessible. The buyer may have stronger cash reserves. They may be willing to overlook a smaller yard. They may place a higher value on walkability, or they may have already decided that this exact location is worth the premium. When several buyers are emotionally and financially committed to the same lifestyle, seller leverage may increase, and that may affect the purchase price, repair requests, closing cost negotiations, due diligence terms, possession timing, and the amount of flexibility a buyer feels they need to offer. A buyer in the core should not assume that aggressive negotiation is impossible, but the strategy must reflect the actual competition. There is a difference between negotiating intelligently and negotiating as though the property has no other interested buyers. The strongest buyer strategy may be to identify where the seller values certainty. That might be a clean timeline, a strong due diligence position, flexible position, or confidence that the transaction will close. In a high demand location, the strongest offer is not always the offer with the highest number. It is often the offer the seller believes is most likely to reach the closing table. For sellers, a core location is valuable, not secure week preparation. A seller may think this is close to downtown. Someone will buy it, possibly. But today's buyers are more informed, more selective, and far more likely to compare condition and price carefully. A home in the core may have an excellent location and still lose attention because of deferred maintenance, poor presentation, an unrealistic price, limited parking, an awkward floor plan, road noise, or a renovation that does not match the value being requested. The goal is not simply to announce proximity. The goal is to show the buyer what that proximity changes in daily life. How quickly can they reach downtown? Can they walk everywhere? How easy is the commute? What established neighborhood character surrounds the property? What does the location eliminate from their daily routine? The core sells access. Strong marketing must make that access tangible. The advantage of the core is convenience, recognition, and access. But the trade-off may be higher price per square foot, less land, less privacy, more competition, older housing systems, busier surroundings, or fewer choices within a buyer's budget. The buyer may need to decide what proximity is truly worth. And the seller must understand that buyers are purchasing both the property and the privilege of being close. The three rings framework is most powerful when it begins with you, your desires, your lifestyle, and the life you are creating. This ring may be part of that answer, or another ring may come closer. If you are considering a move to Asheville or Western North Carolina, I would be glad to guide you through this discovery process. Use the link below to schedule our conversation. I'm O'Neill Scott with EXP Realty and your Asheville Connection. Thank you for joining me.